Okay. So last class I just forgot to explain one concept in the chapter 4. Take the page number 31. That's a new term for you. The last one, the development of gender role and stereotype. Did you heard it before? Stereotype. Okay, that's a new term. So stereotype means it is a preoccupied belief. Okay. It is a preoccupied belief. First write down the definition, then I will explain. Okay. A gender role is a gender role is a way of gender role is a way of appearing and behaving that meets cultural expectations that meets cultural expectations based on an individual's gender based on an individual's gender. A gender role is a way of appearing and behaving that meets cultural expectations based on an individual gender. It means that it is a preoccupied belief or a general belief which is mainly related to a group of people. Okay. So stereotype or gender role, which is also known as sex role. Okay. Gender role is also known as sex role. So what is gender role? It is a preoccupied belief. The already we have a belief that is called as preoccupied belief for an individual. Okay, I will give an example. The society has separate expectations from females and from males. Okay, our society has different expectations. In the case of women or females, there's some expectations like kindness, motherhood, softness, household works, cleaning, all these are associated with females, right? And this is a preoccupied belief. Is it clear? So, what is a stereotype, Meghna? Definition.
Preoccupied belief.
Sorry?
Preoccupied belief.
Preoccupied beliefs. Okay. For an example, in the case of females, that is motherhood, cleaning, kindness, softness. All these are the preoccupied beliefs of the society, right? It is the expectations of the society. And in the case of males, it is the bravery, protector. Okay, these are the preoccupied beliefs. Okay, the preoccupied beliefs of a particular gender is called as stereotype or a gender role. Okay, we give pink for girls, blue for boys, right? Why is it so? We already have a preoccupied belief that girls like pink the most. Okay, that is the reason. Is it clear? Stereotype. Can you please give another example, Reena? Already have a belief. Stereotype.
People say girls only drive scooter and
Yes.
boys ride a bike.
Okay. Sana, give another example for stereotypes.
Girls are considered weak and boys are considered strong.
We can also take an example with the play, right? For boys, we provide aeroplanes, guns and all. But girls play with dolls, teddy bears, kitchen set, right? It's a preoccupied belief that the girls like dolls the most. Okay. This is a preoccupied belief that is called as stereotypes or gender role. These gender roles and stereotypes is also influence your identity formation. I told you that your identity is influenced by certain factors like biological and physical changes, emotional changes, social and cognitive changes. Just like as this, inside the social and cultural changes, the stereotypes or gender roles also influence your identity formation. Okay. Stereotype means there is a preoccupied belief or a preconceived label of a group of people. So now note it down. Stereotype is a preconceived label about someone. Stereotype is a preoccupied belief about someone, especially about a group of people. Okay, preoccupied belief of someone, especially about a group of people. That is called as stereotype. Is it clear? Okay. The next we can move on to the emotional changes. Okay. Emotional changes. Okay. So before going to the emotional changes in adolescence, you should understand what is emotional development, right? Just like a social development. Meghna, what is social development?
Adjusting the behavior, norms, and values of society.
Very good. So emotional development means it is a process of learning to recognize and express one's feelings. Otherwise, it is emotional development means how we learn the ability to control our emotions. How we learn to control our emotions. That is called as emotional development. How we control our emotions and how we manage the relationship in a positive manner. That is called as emotional development. Emotional development refers to Emotional development refers to a child's growing ability. Child's growing ability to regulate. Emotional development refers to a child's growing ability to regulate and control emotions. Emotional development is mainly to regulate and control emotions and to form a secure relationships and to form a secure relationships and to form a secure relationship. I will repeat, emotional development refers to a child's growing ability to regulate and control emotions and to form a secure relationship. Okay, Raina, read it. What is emotional development? Read the definition.
Emotional development refers to a child's growing ability to regulate and control the regulate and control the
Regulate and control emotions and to form secure relationships and to form secure relationships. Okay, then for an example, if somebody blames you, you get angry, right? Somebody blames in a bad manner in front of a public, you get angry. But you have the ability to control your emotions, right? You control your emotions, you keep quiet instead of shouting, right? That is called as emotional development. That is why your development of emotion is taken place in a proper manner. Is it clear? If somebody blames you in a bad manner in front of a public, we get angry, right? But we learn how to control our emotions, so we keep quiet. That is called as emotional development. But in the case of children, they are not aware about this emotional control and all. For an example, if a 2 or 3 year child, they are not aware about the society. They does not consider the society. For an example, if a child is in an unpleasant mood, if we give a chocolate, they easily get happy, right? Why is it so? Their emotions are vulnerable, right? Okay, that's why they behave accordingly. And the children cannot hide their emotions as adolescents. We can hide our emotions, right? But children cannot hide their emotions. They express their emotions to the society as they feel. They can't control their emotions. So during adolescence, you have some emotional changes. Just like as physical changes, your height and weight develops, you have some emotional changes. Which are the emotional changes you have during adolescence? Mainly there are anger, jealousy, curiosity, affection, attraction, mood swings, emotional control, fear. All these are the emotional changes you face during adolescence. Okay, what are the emotional development you face during adolescence? The first one is anger. What are the situations that you usually get anger? Meghna, situation. I will come to everyone, okay?
If someone say bad things about us or
Louder, louder.
if someone says bad thing about me or parents,
Okay, Sana. Situation that you get anger easily. Which are the situations you get anger? Try,
Uh,
try.
when when my siblings don't do what I say, like if I say
Okay.
anything they won't do, I get angry.
Louder, Sana. I can't hear.
If my siblings won't listen to me, then I'll get angry.
Okay, then Reina, list
Like,
list some situations that you get anger easily.
like, and my siblings irritate me.
Hmm.
Then, like, I'm very short tempered. For a single thing, I'll get anger.
Okay, what is that single thing? I just need that.
See, like, if someone, like, what?
When you feel that nobody understand you, then you get angry, right?
Yeah,
Nobody
like,
understand me.
actually, I don't have patience to hear anything.
Okay,
So they may get anger, they react me, and then I get
then
angry.
you should also react. Okay, fine. So adolescents get anger very easily. Meghna, can you please read the first one, the anger, page number 35. Anger, the paragraph.
anger. During this time, adolescent gets angry very frequently. Whenever they feel somebody is interfering in their matters, making fun of them, or they feel that nobody understands them, they become aggressive and their self-respect gets hurt. They express their anger vocally by showing temper tantrums, arguing, becoming uncooperative, and sometimes indulge in violent behavior also.
Okay, so adolescents get anger very frequently. And what is the main reason for this anger? They feel that nobody understands them and somebody is interfering in their matter. These all are the main reasons that we get anger. Okay, and sometimes we become aggressive and we use bad words when we get anger, right? We use some bad words to express our anger. Right. So the anger during adolescence, you have extreme level of your anger. Okay. Then next is fear. So these are the emotional changes. Okay. Emotional changes during adolescence. You get anger very frequently. The first one is you get anger very frequently. Adolescents or teenager get anger very frequently. And the next one is fear. Do you have any fears, Sana? Fears. What all are your fears? Unmute. Fears. Any fears? No fear?
Yes, ma'am. Uh, fear that our expectations don't come true.
Sorry.
Fear that our expectations don't come true, like
Okay, then
hopes and
some animals, night, birds, anything. Any fears?
animals, animals. Then
Reina, what about you?
Like, I fear losing someone, like,
Losing someone. Very good.
and I'm
These
very
all are the psychological term. Okay. Then,
I'm like claustrophobic.
then,
Then I'm I'm very scared of needles, pointed objects,
then.
and then scared of animals, especially dogs.
Okay. Meghna.
Scared of spiders and losing parents' expectations, and fear of losing.
Then. Did you have fear of failure in examinations and all? Low grades?
Yes.
Is it a fear? So during adolescence, it's a disapproval from your friends. Your friends are not approving you. It's a fear. And the fear of failure, low grades in examinations. These all are the common situations that the adolescents get fear. Okay. What are the situations? Disapproval from friends, low grades in examinations, fear of failure. These are the three main important fears that most of the adolescents face. Disapproval from friends, fear of failure, low grades in examination. Okay. So we finished anger and fear. Adolescents have anger. They get anger very frequently and they have some fears like disapproval from peers because during this stage the peer influence is very important. So they always think about the disapproval from friends, low grades, all these are the fears. And next is jealousy. What do you mean by jealousy? Jealousy means you want something that somebody else have, right? We want something that somebody else have. That is called as jealousy. Both boys and girls get jealousy. But obviously girls are more jealous than boys. Okay. Boys also get jealous when they saw a man with more muscle power. Okay. Become they more handsome. So the boys also get jealousy. So the anger, fear and jealousy. These are the third one is jealousy. Adolescents get jealousy very frequently. Jealousy means you want something that someone else have. Girls are more jealous than boys. Boys are also jealous when he saw a boy with more handsome and smart. Okay, boys are also get jealousy just like as girls. It's a normal one. And then what about curiosity? What about curiosity? What do you mean by curiosity? Do you have any curiosities in this age? Curiosity about what? Any curiosity? Do you curious about your future? Then, Sana, what about your curiosities? For an example, if we are very curious about our future, we search for that. We search in Google how to become a particular designation, right? So we search, we ask questions, uh, and then we found out everything from net, right? That is curiosity. Is it clear? If you are curious about a particular matter, we just search in Google, search in books, search in internet, we ask questions to friends. So then we satisfy our curiosity. It can be about future, it can be about opposite sex. Okay, it can be about anything. That is curiosity. So anger, fear, jealousy, curiosity, all these are the emotional patterns that the adolescents have. Just list the points, okay? And next is mood swings. What do you mean by mood swings? What is mood swings?
If we are happy now, after some time we will be sad, like that.
Okay, that is mood swing. The rapid swing or a rapid change of our emotion is called as mood swings. Rapid change of our mood is called as mood swings. Okay, so during adolescence, we experience the rapid mood swings, which means sometimes we feel happy and sometimes we feel depression. It's in a short span of time, okay? For example, sometimes your mood will swing between happy to the depression, right? In a short span of time, happy to depression. There is no reason for that, but simply you have a change or a peak in the your emotion. That is called as mood swings. Okay, rapid mood swings. Okay, so adolescence, you have rapid changes in your emotions. Is it clear? So anger, fear, jealousy, curiosity and mood swings. What is the difference between affection and attraction? Affection and attraction. What is affection and what is attraction? Affection is a feeling of simply or gentle of caring, liking and all. Okay, attraction means we feel romance or we get sexually interested in another person. Okay, that is called as affection, and attraction is a gentle, you can note it down. Okay, affection is a gentle feeling of caring and liking. Affection is about a feeling of caring and liking. Affection is about caring and liking. Attraction is a feeling. Attraction is a feeling that makes someone. Attraction is a feeling that makes someone romantically or sexually interested in another person. So it is a feeling that makes someone sexual interest in another person is called as affection, and attraction is a liking or caring. Okay, so gentle liking or caring is called as attraction. Sorry, affection. Attraction is a feeling of a sexual interest in another person. Okay. So, what are the emotional patterns that you experience in adolescence? Emotional changes. List. Sana, list. Emotional patterns or emotional changes during adolescence. What are the emotional changes? We learned now the points.
Mood swing,
Mood swings, then
then attraction,
affection,
attraction,
attraction, then
then
don't look to the
anger,
books. Just try. Just recall it. Hmm?
anger,
Sorry.
anger,
Anger, then
fear,
fear,
then, jealousy,
jealousy. About your future, right? About your future, you
curious,
have curious. Okay, so anger, fear, jealousy, curiosity, then affection, attraction, mood swings. All these are the emotional changes that adolescent experience. Okay, that is a pattern. So what about attraction and affection, Reina? What is attraction and what is affection?
Attraction means like sexually interest, like in
Okay. Attraction means the feeling of sexual interest in another person. Okay. Then affection means
or like a warm caring
good.
of a person.
So this is very important. Why the adolescent is called as a stage of stress and storm. Okay. Page number 36. Adolescence is a period of stress. Why is it so? We already learned. We already learned that. Okay. Why the adolescent is called as a stage of stress and storm? What is stress? First I ask that. What is stress? Raina, what do you mean by stress?
Like it's feeling when we get like kind of
It is our body's reaction, right,
body
to a challenge or a demand. What is stress? It is our body's reaction to a challenge or a demand. That is called as stress. Okay, you can note the definition. Stress is a state of mind. Stress is a state of mind. Stress is a state of mind. Sorry. stress is a state of mind which is caused by the physical, social, or emotional pressures on the mind of an individual. That is called as stress. Stress is a state of mind which is caused by physical, social, or emotional pressure. It can be physical pressure, it can be social pressure from your family, from your friends, and emotional pressures of the mind of an individual. It's called as stress. Stress can be positive also, okay? Stress can be negative and stress can be positive. The positive stress that help you to avoid from a dangerous situation, okay? Can you please give an example for a positive stress? Meghna, positive stress. Positive stress that help you to avoid danger or you can work well in that due to that stress.
Acceptance by parents, society.
Getting nervous before a speech. It is a normal, right? So due to that stress, we work behind very hard. So we can excel in our speech. That is a positive stress. Okay. So positive stress means it also help you to avoid danger. Example is getting nervous before a speech and all. That is stress. So what are the major factors that leads to stress in adolescence? What are the factors that leads to stress in adolescence? The first is rapid physical change. First is physical change. What are the physical changes that leads to stress? Sana, we learned already that. The third chapter, the physical changes. The physical changes also affect our identity formation, right? So that physical changes is affect or it leads to the stress in adolescence. What are the physical changes? You
Like
look
that.
like grown-ups, right? So what are the changes? Physical changes. There are two characteristics, right? Primary and secondary.
Oh,
So secondary characteristics that sometimes create stress in you, right? The abnormal changes and hormonal changes, right? That is called as physical changes. List, Reina, list some physical changes that leads to stress.
Becoming more
Adolescents are look like grown-ups, but they feel as a child in their mind, right? So what are the physical changes that are affecting stress? Meghna, please help Sana and Reina.
The rapid increase in height,
Then,
the mm, then the secondary sexual characters enlarged.
so it's
And
these characteristics that affects you, right? So it
yes,
leads to stress. Why this changes happen to me? That leads to a stress. Then what about emotional changes? We learned it now. What is emotional changes? What are the emotional changes that leads to adolescent stress?
anger,
Anger,
jealousy,
jealous, fear, affection, attraction. All these leads to the emotional changes and sometimes it leads to stress. Okay. When is it clear? Any doubts? Okay. So, emotional changes. Why these emotional changes happen?
to,
Why these emotional changes happen?
to become more mature.
It's because of a hormone, right? Which hormone, Sana? Which hormone that leads these emotional and physical changes? In girls, it is
estrogen.
estrogen. Very good. Very good, Sana. Reina, in boys, which hormone?
testosterone.
Very good. Very good. So the rapid physical changes and emotional changes also leads to stress. Okay. Sana, why are you smiling? Huh? I can't hear you.